With new member Amel on board and some of their biggest music success to date with Taller in More Ways and Overloaded, the girls were eager to prove that they still had what it took to continue Sugababes and maintain their success and relevancy. With added pressure on their shoulders since Mutya's departure, this is Sugababes Change. Following the release of Overloaded, the singles collection, the Sugababes continued working with a number of American producers for their 5th studio album, the band's first full album with then new member Amel Baraba. Although it was Amel's first album with the Babes, some of the songs recorded for the new record would be leftover tracks that were originally intended to appear on Taller in More Ways. Never Gonna Dance Again was written by members Keisha and Heidi in collaboration with Xenomania. The song was originally written and recorded with former group member Mutya for the band's previous album, but was cut from the track listing due to the girls not being fond of the song. During production of the 5th album, they came back to the song and grew to like it, prompting the group to add it to the track listing of their upcoming record. The album sessions would see the group work with trusted collaborators such as Xenomania, Dallas Austin and Johnny Rockstar, and new collabs with the likes of Dr. Luke and Kathy Dennis.
Lost is where she feels at ease. It's written in a code she can't read. It haunts her. And how can there be hope?
On the 16th of April 2007, Don't Give It Up was released as the lead single from Siobhan Donaghy's 2nd studio album. It was the first song to appear on her MySpace page and was not originally intended as a single release. However, it was later confirmed for release as the album's lead single due to fan praise. Despite this, the single would only peak at number 45 in the UK.
But we can't ignore. Who can show us how? When what we want is right now. Don't give it up. Heal and hide. Forgive this hurt of mine. We all have the scars to show.
Why did you choose to leave the Sugababes?
I chose to leave the Sugababes because I had my daughter and she comes before anything, so yeah, and now she's a lot older, so it's easy for me to go back to work.
Saxon says, do you miss the girls from the Sugababes now that you've gone solo?
Yeah, I do miss them, but you know, life moves on and everyone does their own things, and you know, we all get older, so everyone does their departures.
Shortly after, on the 28th of May 2007, Mutya was ready to release her debut solo single, Real Girl. It included a sample of the Lenny Kravitz hit, It Ain't Over Till It's Over.
I had one chance to in my life again. I wouldn't make no changes now, way back when, yeah.
Real Girl debuted and peaked at number 2 on the UK singles chart, being held off the top spot by Rihanna's Umbrella, and it also reached the top 10 in Finland, the Netherlands and Slovakia. It was shortlisted at the 2008 Brit Awards for Best British Single.
Come around for me, I'll just take it day by day, 'cause it's the only way to be the best that I can be. I never pretend to be something I'm not. You got what you see when you see what I got. We live in the real world, I'm just a real girl. I know exactly where I stand. And all I can do is be true to myself. I don't need permission from nobody else.
4th of June 2007 saw the release of Mutya's debut solo album, also entitled Real Girl. One track on the album, Strung Out, had previously been recorded by Sugababes in 2003 and again in 2005, but would eventually end up on Mutya's record. Coincidentally, the song had first been demoed by Mutya's replacement in the Sugababes, Amel Baraba, from a time when Amel had been working with the track's songwriters Pete Kirtley and Tim Hawes. Mutya was reportedly unhappy upon finding this out, but record company executives pushed for the song's inclusion on the album.
I lost you and a part of you had died.
The album would be moderately successful, peaking at number 10 in the UK and selling around 100,000 copies, being certified gold. The album would also peak at number 21 in Scotland and number 51 in Ireland.
I'm running out of words to say. So you say we should drift apart, Adam, but
Hi, I'm Siobhan Donaghy and we're on the set of my new video for So You Say. It's been shot in a disused police station, magistrates court, and the director is Jamie Thraves.
I can be afraid, but I know I would have strayed. I sit and miss you so. A batch of alcohol ceases to control. Do you say you think about me, or say that you can live without me? Dinner we make it nearly.
It's loosely based on the David Lynch film Inland Empire, so it's a kind of corridors of the mind, quite spooky, strange concept, but I think because it's quite a straight-ahead pop song, I think we wanted to go for quite a quirky video.
You got me, I got me.
So this is my second single, So You Say, and it's about my ex-boyfriend. We went out for a few years and he was my first love, and I was devastated when we split up, and this song's about him.
You cry, I'll say I hate.
I used the name Adam because of Adam and Eve, and also Adam, first man. Adam, you don't know him from Adam. Could be anybody.
Say we should make it work, Adam, but how long does this feeling hurt? I'm sure you'd like to know, 'cause I loved you so. Do you say you think about me, or say that you
Thanks very much for watching behind the scenes of my new video.
On the 18th of June 2007, Siobhan's second and ultimately final single, So You Say, was released, and despite critical praise, would only enter the UK charts at number 76.
So you say I should call sometime, Adam, but I know that'll make you cry. I'll say I hate you so, that you burn me so. So we say we should make it work, Adam, but how long does this feeling hurt? I'm sure you'd like to know, 'cause I loved you so.
Siobhan's second solo album, Ghosts, would follow shortly after on the 25th of June 2007. Written and produced alongside James Sanger and Maurice de Vries, it was a huge disappointment when the critically acclaimed album only charted at number 92 on the UK Albums Chart. The album was the subject of a manufacturing error just prior to its release, as when it was delivered to shops there had been a mistake on the production line. The music that was on the CDs wasn't Siobhan's album. When the stores were told about it, the album was lifted off the shelves and returned, but by the time it was ready, a lot of the stores didn't take it back. The album received more media attention than her debut, but was overall a commercial failure despite receiving excellent critical reviews. This would become Siobhan's only studio album with Parlophone, as she parted ways with the label in August 2008.
album's out at the moment, your new album. How's it all going, all the promotion? Are you enjoying being back out there?
I am. I mean, I think the album's fantastic. It's called Ghost. It came out this week. We had a serious cock-up at the beginning of the week where basically the manufacturers, they put the wrong music on the CD. They've had to recall about 80% of the stock, but it's fixed now. But it was a bit of a fiasco at the beginning of the week.
It's quite a big cock-up.
I know, but it's turned into a bit of a funny story as the fans want to collect the wrong copy now, oddly. So it's great, you know.
It might become a collector's item. It'll be on eBay for thousands.
Well, for them it is a collector's item, which is brilliant because I, nearly died a death when I heard about it. But the album's now out there and it's the real album.
I was in that band for 4 years, and I left for a very good reason and wanted to leave it behind me. But obviously they're massive and everywhere, and of course there are songs that they've had out that I really enjoy, but I wouldn't say that I'm a fan, and I go out and buy their records.
Was it a struggle to establish yourself as a solo act after your obviously initial brush of fame as part of a girl band?
I think I'm still doing that. I think it's an uphill battle, and you have to convince people one by one. And coming from a band like the Sugababes, it is difficult. I mean, they've gone in a completely different direction. They're very pop, and I think I still make pop music, but it's very different. And I think, I don't know, people find it very hard to accept that you might go off into a different area.
You remain on fairly good terms with Mutya.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you ever record with her again?
God, I haven't been asked that, actually. I wouldn't rule it out. I think she's a fantastic singer. We really got on. We worked together for 4 years, and why rule it out? She's a lovely girl.
Song for Mutya, Out of Control, was released as the second single from Mutya's then upcoming album on the 23rd of July 2007. The song was written by Andy Cato, Tim Hutton, Karen Paul and Tom Finlay, and produced by the former two under their stage name Groove Armada. The song was also included on Groove Armada's album Soundboy Rock. It was initially intended to feature singer Estelle with the title Song for Estelle, but according to Groove Armada, she didn't nail it at all. The song peaked at number 8 on the UK singles chart and reached number 1 on the UK dance chart. It also peaked inside the top 40 in Australia, Finland, Ireland and the Netherlands. It became Groove Armada's best performing single in the UK to date.
So the new album, there's been some mystery over what it's going to be called, and a bit of chopping and changing, but it is called...
Change.
It's going to be called Change. And when's it out?
It's out on the 8th of October.
Okay, now it's quite a biggie because it's the first time you've done an album, just the three of you. It's the three of you together. Yeah. Is it pretty special, Amel? Is it exciting?
Yeah, it's very close to my heart, yeah. And I'm really looking forward to the release date, and what everyone thinks about the new single as well. We're quite nervous, and yeah, see how it goes.
Now, when you've been writing before, is it true that you scuttle off with and write your own bits and then you've brought it together?
We always write our own verses. I think then the fans can kind of get to know us as individuals, hear how we would sing it, our take on the concept of the song, because obviously we haven't all been through the same things. So I mean, I really liked Heidi's verse and Stronger, and she wrote that herself, and that was kind of like a personal song to her, whereas I just wrote it about I don't know, I guess this is how you feel when you're going through stuff, so.
But for a song to make sense, do you have to kind of agree on what the theme's going to be roughly first?
Yeah, we do. But in the past, we didn't with a few of the songs. Like when we done Round Round, if you listen to the lyrics, it's about 10 different conversations going on throughout the song. Because we've written to instead of picking a concept and a piece of music, we just all picked our favourite bits of music for that and whatever we thought, and then the producer decided to like put all these random verses together, but it works. So.
Worked really with Round, The new single, About You Now, it's going to be the first single off the album. What's it about, and is it about anyone in particular?
No, I mean, I think you go out with a guy, and how us like ladies, we kind of always like the bad boy. So as soon as we meet one, we kick the good one to the curb, and then it's like, and then we find out this bad one is just like really bad, and you try and go back to that. But by this time, he's moved on and everything that you wanted him to be. So it's kind of like, kind of thing.
I like that. I think that comes with growing up a bit. I think especially when you're very young, you love the bad boys, and then you kind of realise.
And then you realise.
Hi YouTube, we're the Sugababes, and welcome to our video shoot.
It was so easy that night. Should have been strong, yeah, I lied. Nobody gets me like you.
We are shooting the video for our new single, About You Now. We're on the South Bank in London. It didn't cross any of our minds that people were going to be here watching. I know that's really silly to have not thought of that, but we actually quite shocked by it, and so it's been a new experience of shooting a video.
But I know how I feel about you. There's a mountain between us, but there's one thing I'm sure of, that I know how I feel about you.
I do get quite nervous if there's too many people around watching us doing our videos and that. Because usually, well, every single video I've been in, we've been in a big warehouse, and so I'm not used to this, and there's a lot of people down there, so I'm going to see how it goes and just get on with it. But the story behind the song is it's about a girl and a boy, obviously someone she loves, and basically they split up, and she realises that he was the one that kept it together, and he was right, and it's sort of a bit of like a love song, really.
One more chance, don't let our last kiss be our last. Give me tonight and I'll show you. I know everything changes.
When we first heard this song, this was one of the songs on the album that we didn't write, and when we heard it, we fell in love with it, straight away. It was something very different for the Sugababes to do, but I think that's one thing that helps us stand out from everyone else, our sound, so we kind of just went for it.
'Cause I know how I feel about you now. I was dumb, I was wrong.
The album's out on October the 8th, and it's our first album with Mel, first whole album. So this is really exciting for us. I mean, we always try new sounds on all of our albums anyway, and there's so many different styles on each album.
We've done a song on the album called 3 Spoons of Sugar, which is quite cool as well. So
I wanted to call the album that, but nobody else really likes that idea, so that one's out the window.
I liked it.
Well, we did like it.
Well, we liked it. No one else
liked it, so I thought that was quite cool.
Can we bring yesterday back around?
I think for our fans it's going to be quite exciting to just get a whole new album with new men there, and we're really proud of it as well, and just can't wait for people to hear it.
But I know how I feel about you now.
Is the first one where it's the three of you working together, writing together, doing it all. So it must feel pretty special, especially for you and Melly, I imagine.
Yeah, I definitely. It feels like I'm really a part of it. We've written quite a lot on this album, haven't we? And we've got a lot off our chests, and it just feels like I'm definitely a part of it. And so I'm really happy, and I can't wait till it comes out.
How happy are you on a scale of 0 to 10 with this album?
Oh, I think
really happy. Yeah, 10.
Really happy with it.
Yeah,
I just
satisfied.
I love that. I love the single, but I love that there's so many different styles on this album as well. So I'm excited for people to see all the different things that we've done. It's
definitely
it's
different.
Not just one side.
Nah.
You've been so successful so far. You've sold over 5 million albums. You've won Brit Awards. You've played Glastonbury. You are the most popular female act in the UK this century. What are your proudest moments? What are you going to do next? Is there anything left to achieve?
Well, it's almost like we're starting again. We have so much stuff to prove. Even though we've got the single and it's had really good reviews, that's kind of like a start. So that's the beginning of getting some of the nervousness away. But aside from that, we've got so much stuff to do. We don't even feel like we're halfway.
I think I'd love to do Glastonbury again.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
I just feel really nervous, like even thinking
But that
about
was the
that.
thing with last time, because we were so nervous. When we came off, we were like, because it went really well, we were like, I wish I could go back on and really enjoy it. So I'd like to do it again.
Yeah.
All right, we can't wait to hear you. The new single, About You Now, I heard it before, it's just instant. Like Sugababes do that so well, instantly brilliant.
Thanks.
So good luck with that, good luck with the new album. Pleasure as always chatting to you. Thanks, Sugababes.
Thank you.
Released on the 24th of September 2007, lead single About You Now would top the UK singles chart, becoming the group's 6th chart topper and would spend 4 weeks at number 1. Written and produced by Dr. Luke, along with Kathy Dennis and Stephen Wolfe, according to the official charts company, it was ranked both Britain's 6th most downloaded and 6th best-selling single of 2007. Having sold almost 540,000 copies as of August 2015, it ranked as their best-selling single. The song would also hit the top spot in Scotland, Poland and Hungary. In Ireland, About You Now debuted at number 5 and later peaked at number 2 for 2 weeks. In Austria, it peaked at number 4 in its 3rd week, becoming the band's 3rd biggest hit there after Push the Button and Overload. It saw similar success in Germany, where it also peaked at number 4, eventually becoming the Sugababes' 3rd biggest hit there, again behind Push the Button and Overload. About You Now was nominated for a 2008 Brit Award for Best British Single. In the 2009 edition of the Guinness World Records, About You Now was listed as the first track by a British pop act to top the singles chart solely on downloads. The song was also named as the biggest chart mover to the number 1 position in the UK.
All that it takes, one more chance, and then I got kiss. We are there. Give me tonight, and I'll show you. I know everything changes. I don't care where it takes us, 'cause I know how I feel about you.
Released on the 1st of October 2007, Change would receive mixed reviews, with several music critics complimenting its production, whilst others called it a mixed bag. Change debuted atop of the UK albums chart, where it became the band's 2nd number 1 album and was eventually certified platinum. Elsewhere, it reached the top 10 in Estonia and Ireland. The Sugababes' greatest hits album, Overloaded, the singles collection, was not released in France, and the French edition of Change was adapted to become a greatest hits compilation. The album features the original Overloaded track listing with the addition of About You Now, Denial and Change.
And the snow's moving. It took a bad dream to show me.
On the 22nd of October, Just a Little Bit was released as the next single from Mutya's Real Girl album. The track was written and produced by Egg White, who wrote the song in collaboration with Pam Shaney. Upon release, the single failed to become a commercial success in the UK, where it only reached number 65 on the UK singles chart.
To give more than just a little bit. I'm willing as I'll ever be. Do anything, just watch me. I love you. I am in more than just a little bit. When you wake up, I'll be different. I don't know how I'm gonna find the right words to say. I got a whole lot more to give than I did yesterday.
Change. Sorry, I should know that. And I heard that the title song from that album was written by 2 Danish guys,
Yeah.
Lars and Martin.
Yeah.
Have you met them actually?
Yeah, we
worked
recorded
with them.
it
Yeah, we
with them.
recorded
Okay.
it with them.
How was that?
Great, they're lovely. They're lovely people.
I was on holiday, so I recorded my parts in New York.
But you spoke to them down the ISDN, didn't you?
One of the guys were there, but yeah, I recorded my half in New York.
It was really, really cool. And we all liked the song instantly when we
We're
heard it.
performing the song tonight as well.
I'm looking forward to that, yeah.
And it was one of the songs we didn't write on the album. So it was nice to be, and we love ballads, well, you know, to kind of do songs like that. So the last song that we did like that, well, same vibe, was Too Lost in You. So it's nice
that
to
became
do
a big
another
hit.
one.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed for this.
So it's going to be a single?
Yeah,
hopefully,
definitely.
Do you know already what songs are going to be singles and in
Well, I think Change is going to be the second single.
This is what it takes to be a sugar babe.
Talent,
and
hunger, determination.
Yeah, definitely hunger. And just
keep going, persistent, like keep going.
Yeah. Obviously, we won't give up.
Keep going.
I was watching a TV program and they said we're like worms, and if you cut the worm, the head of a worm off, and they keep moving.
Okay, gonna shoot this time, ladies. Okay, wind machine starting. Playback, turn over.
If I could hold you close.
The thing with this video is that it's all head and shoulders, the whole
So we got
thing.
our boots on underneath.
This job in general, it's the best job in the world, but also it's the worst job because there's a lot of sacrifices that you make that you can never actually get back ever in life.
Sometimes when you're really tired, you think, oh, wouldn't it be nice to just do a 9-to-5 job Monday to Friday?
Have you taken your tablets and stuff? You've got to take them. I'm really serious because...
Yeah, well, I've got my liquid stuff. Yes, mummy.
You've got flu, right?
There's definitely parts of it where you make sacrifices that are extremely, extremely hard. You know, I had to compromise being a normal child.
I like it on camera, it's just I don't like the feeling of it on my skin. I'm just funny with things.
It's not like anyone can just join the Sugababes. I would never say that because we went through many girls, even like friends of ours as well, came down to the audition. And it just wasn't right.
I remember I had a dream the day before I had to meet the girls, I think it was. I had a dream about doing a show and everyone going, Mutya, Mutya. I was like, oh my God.
That could be like what it felt like being the new girl.
I did feel quite compared a lot of the time. Oh, she has got that quite husky voice, just like me. You know what I mean?
Sorry, am I giving Mel too much attention?
No, actually, no. Mel never gets enough attention. Me, Heidi, and Mel have no problems with anyone who's been a part of the Sugababes whatsoever.
We wouldn't like to do another line of Change, touch wood. Apparently somebody else said if there was ever to be an explosion, I'd want to be standing next to the Sugababes because they seem to never go away.
And cut that.
Okay, let's talk about the new single Change, because I really, really like this single, actually. It's about being knocked for 6, but then coming through it stronger.
Yeah, it is actually about that. The song in particular is about someone dying, actually.
Oh,
yeah, it's quite
someone
a sad
passed away.
song.
Didn't get the death vibe.
But that's what it represents.
Yeah, like everything changes once everything.
If I can hear your voice, if I can hold you close.
Oh, God.
It's cool.
Well, the video's festive. This is Sugababes, their brand new single, Change.
Change when the future comes knocking. It's change. It can make you and break you too. You just have to make it through. Make it through. Ain't it funny how you think you're gonna be okay till you remember things are never gonna be the same again. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Still got it. Okay, we're all seasons. Why does Mel get 2 seasons?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because she sang the bridge twice.
Yeah.
Ah, the bridges.
Yeah.
So when you get the song, they go, you got the bridge twice, they're like, cool. But then they like, when you start to get the video concept, it's like, so that's more makeup time for me.
Yeah, basically.
How many hours is all that makeup? Heidi, you just got some leaves slapped on your face, that's all right.
It took a while. It was quite painful as well because they were glued on with Perspex glue or something, and
What?
it really
That's
it really hurt to like rip them off.
That's really dangerous. They should use some sort of face glue.
It was quite painful, and then when they dried, it was like, you know,
that was interesting.
Yeah.
When you guys go on tour with the new album, I feel like maybe it's become more subdued, or maybe is it just this song? We'll still have the kick-off routine.
Oh yeah.
Still shake it around.
We never really did that much, actually, but you have you have the upbeat tracks, you know.
Actually, like, Sugababes are never about sort of big beat dance moves.
Because we can't, let's be honest.
Let's keep it real.
Let's get to the point,
Let's be true to ourselves, yeah.
Okay, and New Year's Eve you're doing a big gig with Take That. Where is it going to be?
I think
O2.
Oh, the big things are gone, okay.
The album's title track, Change, would be issued as the second single on the 10th of December 2007. Change was co-written and produced by the Danish production duo DK. DK wrote the song in collaboration with the Sugababes and singer-songwriter Nyara Scarlett. Change was less successful than previous singles, peaking on the Irish singles chart at number 21. The single fared better in the UK, where it would peak at number 13. Consequently, it marked the first time since 2000 where the second single from their album failed to reach the top 10. Elsewhere, Change peaked at number 31 on the Dutch Top 40 chart, number 32 on the German singles chart, and number 36 on the Romanian Top 100 chart. Released on the same day as the Change single, My Love Is Pink was issued as a promotional single. It was written by band members Keisha and Heidi in collaboration with Xenomania, who produced the song. The song peaked at number 5 on the UK commercial pop club chart and number 51 on the Slovakian singles chart. B-Boy Baby would be released as the fourth and final single from Mutya's solo album on the 23rd of December 2007. The song was co-written by Mutya and featured prominent background vocals by singer Amy Winehouse. The song heavily samples Be My Baby by the Ronettes. The song was produced by Salam Remy, famous for his work with Amy Winehouse, Nas and Fugees. The single was ultimately a commercial failure, charting at number 73 on the UK singles chart. However, promotion for the single did see Real Girl return to the UK albums chart, re-entering the lower end of the charts at number 88 and rising to number 83. B-Boy Baby has since been used in various adverts on UK television. The single did peak at number 7 in the Czech Republic and number 15 in Hungary.
Did you think about us? Did you miss your baby? I'ma catch the train. Yes, I'm heading your way. You're my number one. That's on our newborn son. Won't you be my king? Won't you be my king?
Change is the dazzling #1 album from the Sugababes. Includes the hit singles About You Now and Change. And the brand new single, Denial. Sugababes, the album.
We've already shot the video for it, and we're happy to say that we're all happy with this video. Yeah, it was really, really fun. It was a 2-day shoot, and we had like 13 changes each.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Which was really, really cool, and it's just basically dress up.
But what's the video about then, and the song about?
It's like a.
It was inspired by
like a magazine shoot. You know, it was just playing dress up for the day and trying on wigs and mad out. I bought a dress that was made out of newspapers.
And and me with bin bags as well, like mad stuff.
The third and final single lifted from the Change album would be the track Denial, released on the 10th of March 2008. English singer and songwriter V.V. Brown wrote Denial while she was on London Underground's Victoria Line. She composed Denial specifically for the Sugababes and attempted to get into their mindsets in the process. The song was submitted to the group and received by their management. The band enjoyed the song and subsequently recorded it. Denial peaked at number 15 on the UK singles chart and held this position for 2 consecutive weeks. The song had similar success on the Irish singles chart, where it peaked at number 18. Denial performed best on the Czech singles chart, where it peaked at number 1 for 2 consecutive weeks. It also entered the Austrian singles chart, where it reached number 4. Denial became the Sugababes' highest charting non-lead single on the German singles chart, where it peaked at number 11. In addition, the song peaked at number 20 on the Hungarian singles chart and at number 21 on the Slovakian singles chart.
The funny thing is that I had Mutya on the show 5 months ago.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, she came on the show. Yeah, because we all know the story. Mutya left the Sugababes, blah, 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 blah. And she was slagging you off. She said, those 3 No, she didn't. No, she was all nice, and she was very complimentary, and she still loved you, and it was fantastic. So it was good to hear it from all parties. Yeah. Because what's it going? What's up with all those rumors constantly?
I think there's always going to be rumours with Sugababes. It's kind of followed the band since day one, and even though, you know, we genuinely are really good friends, we get on so well, we're loving what we do, People just don't like to believe that we're nice people and we're happy.
You must think it's too good to be true almost, because I even used to think it before I joined the band, and now I'm in it and it's still carrying on, so it's just a bit strange, really.
Yeah, but they keep fanning that flame for whatever reason. But I see you guys are in a good place together, aren't you?
Yeah.
So what's 2008? What do you think is going to happen? Is there anything?
We've got a tour. We're going to be writing for our next album as well.
Yeah.
So.
With so much riding on change to be another success for the group, particularly following the departure of Mutya, the album was generally seen as an easy listen but lacking the bite, edge or passion heard on previous material. However, the lukewarm reaction to change would navigate the Babes into a very different direction sonically for their next musical era. Thanks for watching.